Hey, welcome back to the channel, and I am back here with Sureway boots. This time it's a little bit different. It's not the full-on cowboy boots that I reviewed last time I did a Sureway pair of boots. This time it's actually the Chelsea cowboy style boots, or as you guys on the other side of the pond like to call it, dealer boots. This is the short boot that, for lack of a better term, is trying to do it like Ariat. But this price point now, it seems to be a fixed price point. It says it's on sale, but it seems to be a fixed price point of $90, which is a lot better than $150. And now the fact that you're not dealing with all the extra shaft on the top of the boot, let's see what they're like. So let's do some unboxing. All right. Now, the square box actually fits this time, so it's not a weird folding over. It's not that leather smell again. It's that chemical smell. It's that glue. It's that rubber. It's very strong with these boots. This is leather. I wish there was more information on these guys that I could share with you about what type of leather that it is. But I mean, look at them though. This is very much like the Ariat, and it's the rubber sole, the rubber heel, the leather. This is very tempting because this is very close. And I was thinking about, look, after I made it on the Ariat Chelsea boots, the Booker Ultra, I got so much comments, especially on TikTok, where they were telling me that they really, really, really love this boot. They are big fans of this style of boot. So, yeah, it's not to be discounted. And I think that's the other thing. I can't say you'll never, but you rarely ever find Ariat putting this type of boot on sale because they sell very well. And like I said, across the pond, they call this guy a dealer boot, and this is what they wear. This is their cowboy boot, and they sell a lot. So, and then as I reviewed them, you start to notice them everywhere in public, and I see a lot of guys actually wearing this to work, and I thought that was actually a really good idea. And I'm not talking about working out in the field. Today I was working out in the field, shooting some video, working as crew for a video shoot, getting my boots all dirty, all that good stuff. But there's other times where I'm not in the field, and a pair of boots like this would actually be nice. So let's check them out. Okay, I'm like getting ready to continue the review, and I just noticed something. Haha, that's weird. Yeah, I'm right. The toe bug and the wrinkle is off center. Whoa, yeah, this is how you're saving money. Just take a look at that. The toe bug and the wrinkle is like right here. It's off center. If you'll see this one right here, the toe bug and the wrinkle it's centered. That is, well, I found one blemish as to why this guy, for me, it's not a deal breaker, just because for this price, I would love to just put these guys on and go to work in them. So let's just continue. That's number one. That toe bug is off center ever so slightly. This portion right here should be pointing towards the middle of the boot, and he's not. He's off to the left a little bit. So that's that. Concerning the leather quality, it feels nice. Now, I know for a fact these guys have got lots of oils in them already. I could just feel it. You can actually smell it. I think it's part of what's contributing to this weird smell. Again, I think it's rubber. I think it's also the rubber cement. All of these materials are fresh, but I also think it's that oil that's contributing to it. Now you can see the grains of leather right here. You can actually see the rough out right there. That's pretty cool, which I wouldn't mind seeing a rough out from them as well. But it's just really nice. I really like it. It looks very much like the Ariat. The color's the same. Let's check out the innards. It's very much like the full-on Sureway cowboy boot that I reviewed last time. It is mesh all the way inside, starting from right here. So there's no leather, but I think you would expect that in a smaller boot like this. So Ariat already makes the Booker Ultra that I've already reviewed, $150, but then they also make a bench-made Chelsea cowboy boot that has all the good stuff in them. Now, I haven't got a chance to review them, but I have reviewed a pair of Benchmade boots. They're excellent. They are very, very well-made boots. And so I think they punch with the top of the line boots that you can think of. And look at this, here's another blemish, and this is a blemish from the factory. Well, I guess that's a blemish from the factory as well, but look at that. You can see that right there in that light. But you can see that. That's some glue that looks like it's spilt over onto the leather. Another blemish. Now, that's not a poor design. I mean, it's obviously they're going extremely fast. They're doing this work in China, I believe it is. Made in China? So I checked the box, I checked the boots, I checked the little tag, which is a nice touch, by the way. I remember somewhere that they were made in China. As a matter of fact, I've actually found their social media pages, and it's Sureway, Chinese writing. So I know that they're a Chinese company. They could be made in China, they could be made in Indonesia or Vietnam, but if you're a Chinese company, why make it anywhere else other than China? All that being said, I gotta say, these guys are a cut above the other Chinese boots that I've seen so far. Like, the attention to detail is a little bit higher in the sense of the fact that they are using real leather. The design is well done. Now, obviously, they had somebody to look at and borrow their designs to base it on, but like just little things that most companies don't do, these guys are actually doing. They're stamping their logo right there. Again, they're using somebody else's template, but not bad. The box, everything is a little bit higher quality than some of the stuff that I've reviewed on this channel. And then just that last Amazon comparison where I was putting up the Sureway versus the IUV, far better than the IUV. So this is pretty good for a Chinese boot. I'm thus far impressed, just as I was impressed with the other ones. So let's keep going with this boot. You have your full rubber sole and heel, and you already know this is a remake of an Ariat boot. This sole and heel construction is very much an Ariat boot. As a matter of fact, let me see. I have me a pair of Ariats here, and what do you know? The same sole, same heel construction and design. Now this is the Ariat, and this is the Sureway. All that being said, I think I'm done with the review portion. There's not much to say. Like I said, if you get a pair of these from Amazon, you have to give them the once over pretty closely. We got some fraying here with the stitching, so you have to take a lighter to that. But like I said, it's got a lot of oils in here, so you never know. Watch out for the toe bug. Watch out for different things like the glue coming undone here, or actually spilling over onto the leather. If I were to keep these, I would send them back and say, send me another pair, simply because of the blemishes that I already see here on these pair of boots. But it's Amazon, so they will get you another pair. All that being said, let's see what these guys look like on feet. They look like your Ariat Bookers. They look like your Ariat Chelsea boots. They look like Ariat Cowboy boots, period. They look pretty good. These fit like a size 13D. I think they're a touch looser than an Ariat's actual 13D. So this fits like a regular 13D and like any other manufacturer's boot, which is good for me. So like I'm really liking this. But this is the only thing that's hard for me to get over, okay? That. All right, just any step. Obviously, you stack your jeans. But if you, I don't know, you sit down maybe. Let's try that. Let's try a sit down. Sit down a little bit. Kind of kick your feet out. You're relaxing. And then that shows up. All right, that's kind of weird to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But just on this on-foot portion, as I'm looking at it in my monitor, I'm like, this is nice. I do like it. How do they feel? They feel nice. They feel like the larger boot, the full Cowboy boot that I reviewed. This is also the same. You know, those insoles do a great job. They feel good. They're soft. They're cushy. They feel really good. The rubber soles are doing a great job, very much like Ariat. Look, for $90, I'm very impressed. For $90, I am impressed. It's looking really good. Not to mention, like I said, there's so much oils or conditioners in this leather. I'm like, there's plenty of times where I was scratching them with my hand, or they came across a couple of things. I looked at them and be like, oh man, I got a mark. No mark. No mark. You really got to gash this thing to get some marks in here, but gosh, I like them. I like them a lot. All right, after all of that talking, I have got to say that I am kind of impressed when it comes to these. Now, if you're looking to get these like you're working in the office and you don't want the big, tall cowboy boot, and you know, you're just like I was talking about in my first review of the Ariat Booker, you know, you don't want the shafts, you don't want it poking out of your jeans, you like wearing tight jeans or skinny jeans, you don't want to wear bootcut jeans, relaxed fit, whatever, and you want a good pair of boots that'll last you a long time, I would say go with the Ariats. But if you're talking about, hey, I'm just gonna go to work and every once in a while I'm gonna wear these guys, usually I wouldn't wear cowboy boots, but I do want some boots that I can move around in, be comfortable in, give it a try, or you just, again, you're looking to get into boots, but you're not looking to spend a lot of money. $80, $90, I think these guys are $90. That's not a bad price for entry level. But if you're looking to stick around in this thing for any length of time, go with the Ariats. The Ariats are a really good price. Go with some Justins. Justins are cheaper. They some of them are made good, some are made not so great, but they're still decent when it comes to cowboy boots, and better than the IUVs. But these are pretty good. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I do like them. I am considering keeping these ones because these are nice. And those are my 2 cents. All right, I will catch you guys in the next one.